Knight f3, knight f6, d4, g6, bishop g5, bishop g7. I pre-move to capture, knight d2, castle. My opponent strikes in the center, e4, d5, e5, knight e4. Now the knight goes into the middle. Bishop back to e3, c5, striking the center, offering a pawn break, c3, take, knight c6. The first part of the video will be looking at the theory. Then the second part will be the application. There will be double cameras. One camera will be me in real time. The second camera will be me commentating. This is a King's Indian. Let's take it from the top. Knight f3, knight f6, d4, g6, bishop g5, bishop g7. We have the King's Indian setup, but now white plays knight d2. Because if you're a King's Indian player, you might find this a little bit uncomfortable. Because white might get center with e4 and support it with c3. Castle, e4. One option is to play this, if you are not comfortable striking in the center with d5, which is what I recommend. You can play d6, and after bishop d3, you got a few ideas. Maybe the knight can come to b7, and after castle, you can strike in the center with e5. Then you can go b6 and bishop b7, or you can strike with c5. After e4, I recommend striking straight away with d5. This is now looking like more of a Grunfeld setup. e5 is one option. You can also take this, which I've faced a few times before. You can take back, and if they go c3, just holding the center, I want you to blow it open with c5. And after take, you can play knight d7, getting your pawn back. The center is going to fall. You can go queen c7, maybe the bishop can come out this way to b7. After bishop takes f6, if they go e5, not to worry, you just go bishop g7, and then you just chip away at the center with c5, knight c6. So let's play a few more moves. c5, bishop d3, or bishop e2. Probably bishop e2 is better. Take, and then knight c6. And lots of easy moves for black. Bishop out to f5 or to g4. Queen out to b6, attacking b2. And a pawn break, very important, with f6 opening up the position. Now after d5, another move is, what if they keep it flexible with bishop d3? I just want you to strike with c5. If e5 now they lock it up, you can go knight e8. And then we've still got the same moves as before, trying to find a way to break the center. If they defend it with c3, you can take, and then here we go. Knight c6 again to put pressure. Bishop out to g4. Maybe the queen out to b6, but also f6 once again. This pawn break f6. We already saw the pawn break before. c5, just going back a move. c5, just opening up the center because you want this bishop to come in the game. One more option, if they play bishop d3, c5, c3, this is nothing to worry about because you just open it up. Take, you can even take again. And this is very weak because this bishop is now so active. That can be a future target. Black can play the same moves as before. Knight c6, bishop g4, bishop f5, get the queen out. Notice in this line, it really is all about chipping away at white's center. Now, let's go straight to the game. Knight f3, knight f6, d4, g6, bishop g5, bishop g7. I pre-move to capture, knight d2, castle. My opponent strikes in the center, e4, d5, e5, knight e4. Now the knight goes into the middle. Bishop back to e3, c5, striking the center, offering a pawn break, c3, take, knight c6. Bishop d3, he attacks my knight, so now I make a decision with the knight. Knight takes d2, queen takes d2, bishop out to g4, threatening to double the pawns, but I do not take this chance. My opponent plays a3, now I go f6, offering another pawn break to open up the position. Take, now my opponent sees the chance that I can double the f-pawns, but he defends it with bishop e2. I get the e-file with rook e8, my opponent castles, now I go queen d7, rook e1. Now I need to double rooks on the e-file, rook c1, rook e8. Now I got pressure, bishop b5, he attacks my knight. Now I can double his pawns. Queen all the way to h3. I'm not afraid that he can play bishop takes knight, winning a pawn there, because I win the pawn on f3. He takes with a rook, then he gets the bishop in. Take. I keep up the momentum. I think I could play rook to d8. In this position here, my opponent is attacking the pawn and the rook, so I can play rook d8 defending. Then I've still got this threat here to grab that pawn. Maybe I can go g5, f5, like this, get this bishop in the game. But I keep up the momentum with queen takes f3. My opponent gets his rook back, take. My opponent offers a queen trade. Now a few squares the queen can go to. It can go to e2, to h3, to f5. Maybe it is good to put it on h3, which I did, because then the rook can come into e4. Queen h3 played. My queen is more active, he offers a trade with queen f1, so I say no, I go queen f5, he puts his queen in front of the king with queen g2, but now I go rook e4. My opponent blunders. If we look at this position, rook e4, I'm threatening rook g4 to win the queen. My opponent can play h3 to stop it. My opponent can play f3 as well. Probably not f3 because it's a bit loose. I can't take yet, but this bishop doesn't have another defender, so my opponent should play h3 and the game goes on. I'm thinking maybe I need to reroute. Maybe I go queen e6, put the pressure here, going f5, f4. So if I had time to think, I might have done that. Now, if I didn't do that, remember this is a bullet game, so I might not have come up with that plan. I might have played h5. Just getting a bit of space. I know it's controlling that square. The point is just to give the king some luft, so it's fully protected. My opponent now blunders with rook c1, so I do pick up the queen. Rook c7, now I grab the queen, take, queen g4, check. King f1 and f5, now I bring the bishop into the game. Rook takes a7, now I play check, then I come back and then I can take the pawn on d4 just to show a bit of control. My opponent now blunders with rook a4, pause the video now or let the timer run. Can you find a winning move for black? The winning move is queen d1 check, picking up the rook, and then it's over. So it's a cool tactic. You go to d1 and then you come back to a4. So that is a very nice victory against a FIDE Master on lichess. If you enjoy this kind of video where I go through the opening theory at the start, then I show an application where I used it in a game, leave a comment below. If you want to see more of this, leave a comment below. Let me know this is the type of content you want to see. Thanks a lot for watching all the way until the end. If you are new here, hello, my name is William, I create chess videos. If you enjoyed this one, why not give it a like and subscribe to the channel at the same time. If you press the bell, that means YouTube will let you know when I release a new video. Have a nice week and I'll see you later.